Today we're here to launch our project called Festivals Connect. It's a project that's funded by Spirit of London 2012, which is a legacy funder from the Olympic Games in 2012.
We put together a funding round in support of that recommendation called Moments to Connect. And we funded 7 projects, of which this is one as part of that.
And they've got a project called Moments to Connect, and it's about understanding some research into what the relationship between events and communities, in particular with an emphasis on social cohesion and diversity and inclusion, is all about. So today we're bringing together a range of partners just to launch the event, to talk a little bit about the importance of festivals and events and the relationship they have with equality, diversity and inclusion outcomes. And what we've really heard so far is that communities benefit from events. Large events have got the kind of resources to activate things, to make things happen with a time deadline too, and they're important. So we've heard about sport events today, for example, which can have that kind of real catalyst effect.
We've got things like road races, we've got mountain bike marathons, we've got free to view events, and we're going to reach over 1 billion people in terms of TV audience worldwide.
We've also heard from smaller events that are perhaps about a particular community, a particular minority ethnic community, for example, where again they are more about the long-term benefits of continually running an event year on year, strengthening community connections and actually enable there to be conversations between communities and within communities about some really important issues associated with the diversity of people who live in some of the communities that we're talking about.
Through events, performances, the Mela provides space for dialogue, exchange, breaking down barriers and promoting a sense of unity amongst communities.
The project's going to run for 1.5 years. We're going to be looking at national level policy in terms of Event Scotland.
All applicants are required to evidence how they will engage communities, how they will ensure there's great access and inclusivity, and all those kind of key aspects are assessed.
We're going to be looking at Glasgow as a case study, and we're going to be looking at 3 major events within Glasgow. We're going to use a variety of kind of innovative techniques in terms of some of their methodologies, hopefully culminating in a co-created event and workshops at the end of the project where we'll bring together some of the key actors to try and identify appropriate actions and activities and resources that can be put in place to ensure that events continue to have the positive benefits that we hope they can in the future.
A festival on many different levels can heavily contribute towards, inclusion, diversity, acceptance.
It creates a space where people can actually come into contact with difference, can experience other cultures, but it also gives this real visible action where people can actively be involved, where people can celebrate different cultures but also realise that they invest in a community.
They can showcase art forms that might not previously have been seen, and they can help to regenerate them.
I do think there's a very strong social and well-being aspect to it.
It's got to be through improving the health and well-being of the people and organisations within those communities.
They have this chemistry that brings about change. They can be disruptors, whether that's at an organisational level, an individual level, at a community level. They encourage us to think and behave differently, whether we're organising them or attending them or performing at them.